Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Papyrus for the third race of the Lucas Oil Cup Series season. This is event 3 out of 20 in this season-long points battle. As we've stated before, there is no chase. After 2 races on the season, Matt Haas has a 3-point lead over Cole Baker, both drivers without wins on the season. Deanna Jones won last week at the Dodge Motordrome. With Daytona winner was I forgot who the Daytona winner was. I'm so bad. This is what happens when I don't record forever. Now, if I scroll through the list, I bet I can figure out who it was. It wasn't Dylan Young, was it? I think it was Dylan Young. Yeah, Dylan Young won the Daytona race, so I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So this is third race of the season. Now, this is a new thing. I haven't done this ever, I don't believe. I might have done it once, like a really long time ago when I first started, but we're going to be trying caution flags here. It'll be basically what happens is when the wreck happens and the yellow comes out, drivers race back, they go around one lap, pits are open one time, then the lights go off and they restart the next time. So we're only losing 2 laps, 2 laps of racing. So um, that's what's going on there. So without further ado, let's get this underway. As uh, as you can see, William Brock and Cole Baker are on the front row. Andrew Rich, Dylan Young are in row 2. Cole Deaver, Daniel Bouchard are in row 3. Zach Bilson and Scarlett Rich, row 4, with Zach Rogers and Joshua Cooley in row 5. I'll just go through the rest of the field here. There's Deanna Jones in the 40. And Sabrina Rogers and Jonathan Soylent on the last row. As they come around, this is a 27-lap race set on, I believe I've set it to 2 or 3x. Since 4x on road courses is like 4 laps of racing and then they got a pit, so really no point. Anyways, uh, green flag is out, and as I've just noticed, I left the racing line on. I don't know why I had that on. But when we get to a caution, I'll back out of this replay and I will turn that off. See Andrew Rich peeking to the inside as already some 3 wide behind them. As you can see, this right-hander can be insane, and I think we've already had a crash. Oh yes, and Philip Parker's around. Johnny Gardner is smoking away. Scarlett Rich was involved. As a wreck on lap 1 will bring out the first yellow of the day. I see with these truck physics draft is huge on these race cars the way they've set them up. Look at the speed difference, 184 to 187. You can just see flipping back and forth. Andrew Rich and others get a huge run on the leader on this point of the racetrack. As we come to the line for the first caution, the race leader will be William Brock. So now we will take a look at the replay to see exactly what figured this out, and I will turn off that annoying racing line as the leaders pass the pace car. Alright everyone, this is what happened to bring out the yellow. Going into the right hand there, you see Bouchard gets a bit close. Rich goes right into his left rear quarter panel, leaving her no room. Julius Anderson in the way. You see 38 into the wall east. Rogers gets a piece. 76 is up into the outside wall. Jordan Grant clips Eli Bright. Eli Bright clipping the 6. Matt Haas making contact with the 7, and here comes Philip Parker. He makes contact nowhere for Johnny Gardner. James Qualls to go. As Tony Green gets a piece, there's Jonathan Zorlin. And Tristan Allen coming down the track as Charles Sanford gets involved. Then there's John Gilbert making contact. As we're trying to pace around here. And that is what brings out the first caution flag of the day. And as you guys can see, that pesky racing line is gone. And while we were away, the pace car got a new paint job. But let's take you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Here's your top 10 rundown. William Brock is still your race leader. Everybody came down pit road. Andrew Rich is second. Grayson Ace Fatal third. Zach Rogers fourth. Quentin Moore fifth. Cole Baker sixth. Charles Jackson seventh. Dylan Young eighth. Cole Deaver ninth. And Jordan Grant is 10th. Tristan Allen is stuck on pit road as I believe we have 36 drivers still in the running of the race. I believe we have Scarlett Rich, Johnny Gardner, and James Qualls have retired from the event. So those four are done. Those three are done. Tristan Allen is still on pit road for some reason. So now we'll see what happens when we get a single file restart here. 3 laps complete. So they got 1 lap of racing, 2 laps of cautions. Let's see if these drivers can make it go green all the way from here. Still single file as everybody gets up to speed through the gears. Andrew Rich making a run here as they shift into 4th gear. Grayson Ace Fado there as Quentin Moore will go underneath 3 wide. Ooh, little dicey here. And Ace Fado prevails in 2nd place behind William Brock. Now this left-handed can be really crazy if you don't end in the corner right. As we check the TV2 camera to get this nice view of the drivers coming through into the final big winding corner. William Brock still the race leader, as Tristan Allen has gotten back on the racetrack. There you see the damaged 67 machine of Philip Parker, as Tristan Allen is a couple of laps down. We can also see for some reason that Jake Rogers' 35 machine has removed the hood. As you see Tristan Allen with the big increase in speed. Ooh, almost has to step up there for a second, but he should be able to get around the 35 car here with his speed. As you see John Gilbert also slow from his contact in the accident. Here is the back end of the field. Eli Bright, Sabrina Rogers back here. There's Samet Oskin in the 45. And that is what is happening in the back. As Danny Bouchard, we saw, had some damage before he cut away. As we have a new race leader, Andrew Rich. As you saw, William Brock a little bit in the back of the field. Quentin Moore second, Cole Baker third, Zach Rogers, Jordan Grant fourth and fifth. As Zach Bilson's getting the run on the 52. And here comes Quentin Moore, Cole Baker, and others jockeying around. 3 wide at the line. As Cole Baker makes it 3 wide, they're also 3 wide behind them. 2 by 2. Top 8 separated from ninth place on back. Now there is a tremendous amount of tire wear at this racetrack, so we will definitely see maybe someone pull out as the faster driver on the long run. But right now, Cole Baker, your race leader on lap number 6. As So we see confirmed 3 drivers out of the race. Tristan Allen is 2 laps down. As Cole Baker enters the sharp left-hand corner. Zach Bilson is getting a run. He's going to peek to the inside. Doesn't really have anywhere to go with that BP Honda. So he's just going to ride right on the back bumper of the 42 EA Sports Ford. Now he makes the move for the race lead as the rest of the field from 9th on back is slowly catching back up to the leaders. And Baker gets to lead a lap. That's a bonus point he'll need in his championship run. As Zach Bilson takes the lead, here comes Jordan Grant to his inside. William Brock coming back up to the front. And 3 wide behind them. And as the 86 of TJ Hanley has made an appearance inside the top 10, Bilson will pass Brock back for second place as Jordan Grant assumes the race lead. Cars jockeying around there. Sees top 4 in line. Now let's see, 180 miles per hour. Now I leave the brackets up mostly to show you guys how much the lap times fall off and how fast these cars can go at this racetrack. And you can see once the draft was gone, Jordan Grant lost all momentum really close at the line there. But he holds on to lead the lap. And Quentin Moore, ooh, man, sticking it through the middle of the Pontiac and the Ford. But Bilson up to the race lead here, and it seems once you get into the lead, 193 is as fast as your car can go. Let's take a scan through the standings here at the bottom, see what's going on. See who's lost ground. Let's see Daniel Bouchard, Jake Rogers, John Gilbert, and Philip Parker separated from the main pack with damage. As we know, Tristan Allen is back there too, 2 laps down. Not sure if this race goes long enough if he will gain any more positions. Right now, Bilson still leading. Honda's doing a pretty good job today. William Brock is there in 3rd. Quentin Moore in 4th. As let's take a look at the back here. That's John Connor in the 27 machine. Has made his way into the top 10. We can see Zachary Fitzwater Sr. back there in the 55 Doritos Dodge. As you can see in the draft, upwards of 200 miles an hour. 4 wide for the race lead. Quentin Moore makes it. Zach Bilson's going to easily fall back there. Bilson led the lap, and ooh, some contact there between the 89 and the 39. Grant has to check up. Tire wear's kicked in, guys. Look, they're dropping off almost 2 seconds now from tire wear. And they are all stacked up. Bilson lost a ton of ground. Quentin Moore still leads Jordan Grant, John Connor up into the top 5. As you can see, Jordan Grant really has the checkup, gets on the apron even. As Quentin Moore speeds away. Papyrus is by far the favorite fantasy track out of the 3 that Papyrus made before they shut down, as they're 3 wide for 2nd place here, coming to lap 10. Ooh, and contact between Jordan Grant and Cole Baker. That was really dicey. Papyrus made this track, Papyrus Motorsports Park, 8-bowl super speedway, which is a figure 8 super speedway. Some of you guys have seen used before. It's not a figure 8 to where there's a wreck zone per se, but it's a bridge and stuff. They call it 8-bowl. That's a fun super speedway. And then there's the super high banked 1-mile track called Hillside. And that track is nuts. And then the track that came with the game, Coca-Cola Super Speedway, which is a 3-mile oval. That's William Brock prowling, looking for the race lead. Oh, see, not really the best passing zone on the racetrack. As Daniel Bouchard has commenced his first green flag pit stop. We might see the leaders in that there soon as well. Say a 3 wide for third place. Not seeing any takers from the front pack as Quentin Moore continues to lead here. 17 laps to go this time by. As Quentin Moore getting passed by tons of cars as Andrew Rich, the man that gave me the idea for this series, he takes the race lead. You can see the fall off is now over 2 seconds. You can see just how much they have to lift in that right hand corner. That makes draft even more important, especially when you're in 4th gear. As you can see, Jordan Grant peaking on the 24. Does he get enough of a run? He does. Now Fitzwater behind. Rich has a little bit of help in the back, but he's going to be easily passed by the 52. Drag race, 52 clears the 24 to lead this lap. And it's really been an interesting series so far. We saw Dodge Motordrome, a track where drivers have to find a way to pass on the outside to make positions. Really, really interesting how that works out. And Daytona, where we had a pretty damn clean race. Used that track before in past versions, and it hasn't been so clean. But for those wondering, season 2 slash 2018 season for Mountain Dew Formula One Cup Series signup should be posted around once the weekend after the season concludes at Homestead. Right now, as I'm recording this on November 4th, race 34 at Pensacola should have gone live. That is the third race, the second race of round 3 in the chase. We crowned a champion at Homestead for Trucks and Cup. As some people know through the Facebook group, Aces Republic of Gamers Truck Series will not be returning. I do not have the time to record that. I barely have the time to record this. As pit stops commence, Jordan Grant leads most of the field down, and we'll go back to the main leaders as John Connor will take the race lead. Deanna Jones, Zach Bilson also staying out. Was going to do a teams thing, didn't really have the time for that either. Just waiting on a couple paint schemes for Mountain Dew for the Win Cup. And then I gotta find 2 paint schemes for to fill the field. Well, I have paint schemes, but I don't know what the deal is there. So John Connor continues to race lead. Deanna Jones second, Zach Bilson third. As they're approaching the 35 of Jake Rogers, as Deanna Jones is going for the race lead. And as Jones and Bilson pit, John Connor stays out one more lap and just think his tires are shot. Now let's see if we go back. Jake Rogers has also not yet to pit. Look at the fall off. 2.5 seconds, man. And here comes Deanna Jones, Zach Bilson coming out of pit road. Remember, people that pit early should be coming out in front of these guys, and yep, here they come. As Deanna Jones merges onto the racetrack, there goes Fitzwater Sr. and Jordan Grant, who should move into the battle for the race lead. Andrew Rich, Quentin Moore joining up, TJ Hanley, and Deanna Jones not really suffering as much ground loss as you would have thought. And they'll end up with the fresher tires here at the end of this next run as John Connor finally making his way down here right at the halfway point. So now here's the question, how does fuel strategy play into this thing here? Because these guys pit on lap 2 coming to lap 3 before the race restart. See, John Connor actually pitting on lap 15 with 13 laps to go. Can he make it all the way? And are some other drivers unlikely to make it to the end? Now, John Connor was out there by himself for the most part, so he should lose a decent amount of ground. As he comes out of pit road, we can hear the other cars coming. And there it is. There's the monitor just updated. And there they all go. Deanna Jones leading this main pack with her fresher tires than most of the guys behind her. As I've voice cracked a little bit. This is very interesting. You can just see already pulling away. Let's see the rest of the people behind her. TJ Hanley in second also came out of pit road with her. Jordan Grant, Quentin Moore, Fitzwater Sr., Andrew Rich, Grayson Ace Fado up here. There's Cole Baker. And then Charles Jackson, Zach Bilson, and there is John Connor. Remember, Connor just came out of pit road. Kev Shear, Dylan Young, and some of these other guys might get a bit of a run on him. But remember, at the end of the day, he has the freshest tires on the track right now. As Deanna Jones, TJ Hanley, and Jordan Grant are going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Grant doesn't exactly have any draft help, so he'll be moving back behind the 86 Toyota, of TJ Hanley. Jones will lose the lead for now, but those tires should pay off in the long run of things. As a fall-off has already almost reached a whole second, as now they approach the lap car of Philip Parker, and TJ Hanley has to hit the brakes a little bit early. And Jordan Grant will actually make the move for the leader. No, here comes Hanley back on the high side run. But where does Parker go? And this is going to help Jordan Grant. As Quentin Moore really has to slam the brakes. As lap traffic catches Philip Parker, Deanna Jones is going to be side by side with Jordan Grant for the race lead. But she has draft help from the 86 of TJ Hanley as the rest of the field is held up by the 67. Drivers have nowhere to go. This is going to really pack up, and Philip Parker almost got dumped by Fitzwater Sr. Craziness unfolding here. You cannot be this slow at this track, and John Connor is going to scoop by a couple of drivers along the high side. Him and Kev Shear making moves through the field. As Deanna Jones resumes the race lead, looking to go back-to-back in this series. Remember, the 4 positions that pay off the most is the top 4. 50 for a win, 47 for second, 45 for third, and then 42 for fourth. Then down to 40 for fifth and a point down each. So while the most valuable are third, are podium finishes, fourth place still gets you that little something. You lead a lap, you get another bonus point. You lead the most, you get 2 bonus points. As we approach 10 to go, this race has been something crazy as they'll catch John Gilbert soon. As you can see, John Connor has moved his way up to 9th place. And he helped Andrew Rich to get a better run on the 34 of Kev Shearer through this section. Looking to go for 8th place, especially with the fresh tires of his. You can see the highline run in the banked corner there does not help Kev Shearer. So Connor moves up to 8th place, slowly inching his way back to the lead as they catch John Gilbert. Deanna Jones makes her way easily past the slow 06 machine. Tristan Allen still 2 laps down. As Quentin Moore trying to find a way by the 06. Cole Baker with a huge run is going to stick it there underneath the 89. Actually somehow made it work as they are 3 wide off this turn. Andrew Rich, John Connor, others trying to dice their ways around the 06 machine. Oh, Gilbert almost came down on the 27. As most of the field will get easily by the 06 machine. As now Deanna Jones under fire for the race lead from TJ Hanley. Jordan Grant getting by the 40 as well. Will he make a move to the 86? No, he won't. Still a lot of racing left to go. See Cole Baker in 4th. Driver who can most likely take a good shot at the points lead if Deanna Jones doesn't end up getting it, passing him by with a win or so. As Matt Haas is down in 20th place last time by. And here comes Jordan Grant down the pit. So that leaves TJ Hanley and Deanna Jones as the top 2 with 8 laps to go. This has been some great green flag action here. Now, with these kinds of caution, 4 laps to go is still the rule. If you race back out for a yellow and that first lap is at 4 to go, there will most likely not be a return to green. If there is, it may be a 1-lap shootout, but it's not always guaranteed. Pit strategy here could be pretty big. Deanna Jones on the back bumper of TJ Hanley, making a move for the race lead. They'll be coming to 7 to go. Side by side, neck and neck, no one close. That would have been a great photo finish. Kev Shearer 3rd, John Connor made his way back up to 4th now. Seth Coles in 5th place. Haven't seen him today in that 711 Honda. And there's Zach Bilson making the pass on Joshua Sekuli for 10th place. Oh wow, and John Connor just lost a ton of ground. Deanna Jones back to the lead as Kev Shearer is fighting for 2nd place on TJ Hanley. Cashier getting a huge run on the 40 as there goes TJ Hanley down the pit road. Multiple other drivers for the last stops. This could be tire strategy here. What is John Connor's crew chief thinking? Because right now these drivers are running the chance that a late yellow will fly and then they will stay out on the race restart. If you are John Connor, do you pit or do you risk it? That's the big question. Is Dylan Young, your Daytona winner, is also up here in 7th place as Deanna Jones gets past for the race lead. Kev Shearer moves to the front spot. As they'll approach the line this next time by, it'll be 5 to go. Still plenty of drivers out on the racetrack. 11 to be exact have not yet pit. Now as they come around this time by, ooh, some guys are peeking the pit. And everybody's coming down. Even John Connor has decided to pit. This is the money stop. Coming to 5 to go. This is the money stop. There's your first car out. That's TJ Hanley, then Jordan Grant, then Grayson Ace Fado, Quentin Moore, and others. Multiple drivers taking 4 tires and fuel. So we'll see who the first ones off are. Kev Shearer leads the way. Seth Cole behind in 2nd place. Where do these guys come out on the racetrack? It looks like they are still the leaders. Here comes TJ Hanley. He's pretty much up to speed. He'll take away the race lead. Ooh, and Ace Fado gets really close to hitting the 34 of Kev Shearer. Sabrina Rogers is up here in the 10 machine. Haven't talked about her all day today. Looks like pit strategy might be working out for this 10 team. Driving the Corsair Honda. Remember, anything can happen at this track. It kind of acts like a super speedway because of the massive draft off of this corner to the start finish line. Kev Shearer and Seth Cole have the freshest rubber in this pack, but will it be enough? Four laps to go as multiple drivers peek out for the race lead. Here comes Jordan Grant and Quentin Moore as they approach the slow car of Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers blocking both lanes as they are 3 wide behind. TJ Hanley gets by first. Three to go for TJ Hanley. Sorry for the long pause. Quentin Moore approaching the back of the 89. Jordan Grant still running in third. Is it this man in the 98 with the fresh rubber who has the best shot at winning this race? Seth Cole is up here. Oh, Adam Samsel, Alexander Rowe are even up here. Where are these guys coming from? We have not seen them all race. There's a little bit of three-wide action there almost. TJ Hanley still in the lead. I think it's going to be this guy or Quentin Moore. Quentin Moore getting a huge run. 2 laps to go. We're at the point of no return, as they say. Single file. Here comes Jordan Grant. Here comes Sabrina Rogers. Going to make it 3 wide. Doesn't really work out for her. Jordan Grant still side by side with Quentin Moore as TJ Hanley pulling away. No contest for TJ Hanley right now. Lap traffic, Danny Bouchard nowhere close to them. Quentin Moore passing Adam Samsel for second place. These guys have got to find the way to get a run as Samsel's attempting a crossover move. He's got a huge run. As he'll move into second, TJ Hanley is about to get swamped coming to the white flag. This is it, guys. This is the money lap. Seth Cole's coming up here. Here comes Sabrina Rogers making it 3 wide at the line with a run. Is she to the inside of Samsel? Oh, yes, she is. The door is there. Here comes Kev Shearer, also with fresh tires. He's going to make it 3 wide on the last lap. Adam Samsel gets cleared by the 10 and the 34, who are still side by side. But now Kev Shearer loses out, no draft. Sabrina Rogers to the race lead, people. Remember, she started 39th place. Does she get the W here today? Remember, Zach Rogers started last in the Mountain Dew Photo One Cup Series visit here a couple of months ago. Does Sabrina do the same as her father? Coming off the last slow left-hand corner, does anybody get enough of a run? Seth Cole's helping Adam Samsel on the top side. He's pushing up. Kev Shearer's back there, though, on the bottom side. Is it enough? Seth Cole's got to peek back down to the bottom to help his Honda teammate. Samsel has no help. Does Seth Cole make the move or not? Here comes Kev Shearer, checkered flag. Sabrina Rogers wins at Papyrus. What a finish. Sabrina Rogers takes home the win today at Papyrus for race 3 of the Lucas Oil Cup Series. Samsel and Seth Cole nearly tie for second place. Kev Shearer gets 4th. Grayson Ace Fado 5th. Zach Bilson 6th. TJ Hanley 7th. Quentin Moore 8th. Jordan Grant 9th. And Alexander Rowe will round out your top 10 here today. Next week is the first dirt race of the season. Remember, limited to 28 car field. 4 heats. 2 last chance qualifiers. It's going to be dicey. It's going to be dicey. Excuse me. Looking through the rest of the field real quick. Those that want to listen, because I don't really like taking photos of the race results. Then again, that's just me being lazy. Who's in the 27? John Connor, that's right. John Connor 11th. Charles Jackson 12th. Andrew Rich 13th. Cole Baker 14th. Deanna Jones 15th. Then Matt Haas. Fitzwater Sr. Sekuli. Sorlin. Ace Rogers rounding out top 20. Darren Blake 21st. William Brock 22nd. Keith Rich 23rd. Marty Johnson 24th. Cole Deaver 25th. Sam Oskin 26th, Dylan Young 27th, the 20 of Zach Rogers 28th, Tony Green 29th, Eli Bright 30th, Julius Anderson 31st, Charles Sanford 32nd, Danny Bouchard 33rd, then Jake Rogers, John Gilbert, Philip Parker, and Tristan Allen all laps down and out of the race. James Quall, Scarlett Rich, and Johnny Gardner. Hope you guys enjoyed the race. That finish was incredible. Loved it. I will see you guys next time as we head to Knoxville. Peace out, y'all.